The night has brought you here again. Welcome back to Sleepy Palm Island. Tonight, we'll sit by the warm fire, settled into a chair with a blanket and an open book, listening to the soft forest sounds weave through the night. We'll sip tea, breathe in the scent of wood smoke and flowers, and let the whispers of the forest and the fire's slow breath carry us gently into sleep. If you'd like to return to this circle of calm, tap subscribe and let the island keep a place for you. So get comfortable, breathe with the palms slowly, and let's drift into tonight's story. Feeling the warmth, fire glows softly in the night. A slow breath of wind moves through the palms. By the fire, tent rests in the shadows, quiet and still. A chair sits close to the fire, a blanket folded over its back. You settle into the chair, feeling the gentle weight of the blanket. Tracing the shadows, pages of a book rest beneath your hand. Quietly, air is warm near the flames. Beyond the circle of light, the forest waits. Leaves sway high above, whispering in the dark. Feeling the warmth, scent of wood smoke drifts slowly through the air. Somewhere far away, an owl calls. Its voice lingers for a moment, then fades into the trees. Under the night sky, fire crackles, sending a small spark upward. It rises, turns, and disappears into the night. A page turns, the paper soft and smooth beneath your fingers. Beneath the trees, words rest quietly on the page. You pause, letting your eyes lift to the trees. Moonlight slips between the leaves. Feeling the warmth, shadows move with the rhythm of the breeze. Softly, tea waits nearby, its steam curling upward. You lift the cup, feeling the warmth settle into your hands. Breathing in the air, surface of the tea shimmers faintly in the firelight. You take a slow sip, and the taste of lime leaf touches your tongue. It is gentle, soft, almost sweet. Across the clearing, heat moves through you, warming from within. As the rain falls, blanket settles against your shoulders, its weight calm and familiar. By the fire, sound is steady, a soft crackle, a quiet shift of wood. Somewhere above, palm fronds rustle, their edges brushing together. A faint creak comes from the chair as you lean back. Near the water, book rests open on your lap. Beneath the trees, words wait patiently, untouched for a moment. You look past the edge of the firelight, breathing in the air. Trees stand in silence, their trunks glowing faintly orange where the light reaches. Beyond them, the darkness is deep and gentle. A low mist curls around the roots, silver in the moonlight. You hear the owl again, slow, deliberate, as though it has all the time in the world. Its call drifts through the leaves, finding its way to you. You close your eyes for a breath, listening. Along the shore, forest breathes with you, in, out, unhurried. Mist curls upward. You open your eyes again, A single leaf is falling. It turns in the air, catching both firelight and moonlight. It lands softly on the open page of your book. You smile and let it stay there. As the rain falls, tea's steam brushes your face before fading into the night. Somewhere, a log in the fire shifts, sending a tiny shower of sparks upward. At this moment, sparks glow briefly, then vanish among the stars. You notice the damp scent of the rainforest floor, cool, earthy, alive. It mingles with the smoke, becoming one soft breath in the air. Your fingers trace the texture of the book's cover, coarse yet warm. In the stillness, forest holds still, as though it is listening with you. A faint shimmer moves across the leaves as the firelight catches the dew. Drops cling to the edges, round and clear, each one holding a tiny reflection of the flames. A vine winds up the nearest trunk, its surface dark and glossy. In the stillness, air is heavy with the scent of warm earth, and something floral drifts in from deeper in the forest. You lean forward, resting your elbows on your knees, watching the way the flames lean with the breeze. Somewhere to the side, a cluster of palms sways together, their long fronds brushing in slow arcs. You notice a narrow path between the trees, lit only where the firelight reaches. Its edges fade quickly into shadow, swallowed by the undergrowth. Near the tent, a lantern glows faintly, its light golden and still. A moth flutters near it, casting a small moving shadow across the fabric. Gently, the moon sits high, its pale glow touching the tops of the tallest trees. Wisps of cloud pass slowly across it, their shapes changing with each breath of wind. You tilt your head back and see thin lines of stars through the spaces between leaves. Some are steady, some flicker, as if winking in the humid air. Along the shore, tea in your cup has cooled slightly, its scent softer now, almost blending into the forest air. You take another sip, feeling the smooth ceramic against your lips. A faint rustle comes from the ground as a gecko moves between stones near the fire. Its small body pauses, catching the warmth before slipping into the shadows again. Calmly, trees beyond the camp seem to lean closer, their trunks tall and watchful. Some have roots that rise and twist before sinking back into the soil, forming quiet arches over the forest floor. When the fire breathes, firelight dances across them, making them seem alive. Your fingers rest loosely on the open pages of the book, the paper cool and thin. Somewhere above, a seed pod drops and lands softly in the undergrowth. Embers glow softly. Night is full, yet it asks for nothing. A faint layer of mist has begun to gather at the base of the trees. It moves slowly, as though it drifts with its own quiet intention. Quietly, light from the fire glows through it, turning the air into a soft, golden haze. Beyond that glow, the rainforest is a tapestry of shadows and outlines. Thick trunks rise like pillars. their bark ridged and patterned from years of rain and sun. Small ferns cluster at their bases, their fronds unfurling toward the light. Somewhere deeper in the forest, a leaf falls and lands on another with a muffled patter. You notice the air growing heavier, holding the warmth close to the ground. Across the clearing, blanket's fabric feels almost weightless now, warmed entirely by the fire. You shift your feet against the ground, feeling the uneven texture of soil, root, and fallen leaf beneath your shoes. On a low branch nearby, a flower has opened in the night, pale and delicate, its petals catching the faintest trace of moonlight. Its scent is subtle, carrying a sweetness that brushes the edge of your thoughts. You set the cup down on a small flat stone beside the chair. Quietly, ceramic makes a gentle sound as it touches the surface. A thin wisp of smoke escapes the fire, curling upward before vanishing into the canopy. For a moment, you follow it with your eyes, tracing the path until it disappears among the tall leaves. When the fire breathes, flames shift from gold to amber, then to a deeper orange as they lick along the wood. A single ember breaks free and floats away, twisting in slow circles before fading into the darkness. In the stillness, air is still enough that you can hear the faint crackle of smaller branches burning through. Beyond the camp's light, the forest floor is strewn with fallen palm fronds, their edges sharp, their centers bending softly under their own weight. You notice the faint glimmer of moisture along their ribs, tiny beads reflecting fragments of firelight. Somewhere near the tent, a canvas strap sways slightly, brushing against the fabric with a muted rhythm. You breathe in again, letting the layered scents of wood smoke, damp leaves, and night flowers settle into you. Everything feels slow here. Even time seems to stretch, flowing like the air between the trees. A narrow beam of moonlight slips through the canopy and lands across your knees. It moves almost imperceptibly, shifting as the branches sway above. You rest your hand in it, feeling no change in warmth, only the quiet presence of light. Along the shore, fire murmurs low, its flames curling inward around a darkened log. A faint glow pulses from the coals beneath, deep red at the center, fading to soft grey ash at the edges. You lean back slightly, the chair giving a muted creak. From somewhere close by, a drop of water falls from a leaf and lands on the ground with a soft tap. Another follows a little further away, each one separate in the stillness. Slowly, book lies open, its pages touched by both firelight and shadow. Rain drips slowly, words seem to drift on the paper, waiting without urgency. You glance toward the tent. The canvas glows faintly from the reflection of the fire. Its outline is steady, undisturbed by wind. Beyond it, the shapes of the trees rise higher, their crowns hidden in the night. A few strands of mist drift past, catching the light and then vanishing into darkness. Somewhere low in the undergrowth, a small movement stirs, leaves shifting, then settling again. When the fire breathes, sound is so light it blends into the breathing of the forest. You inhale deeply, noticing the cool edge in the air where the warmth of the fire fades. It brushes your face, bringing with it the subtle freshness of the high canopy. Slowly, flames lift suddenly as a pocket of resin in the wood catches, sending a thin trail of sparks upward. They scatter, dimming into the night before they reach the lowest branches. Your eyes follow them until they are gone, leaving only the deep glow of the coals. You close the book gently, resting it on your lap, one hand still on the cover. Palm leaves sway, texture is familiar, the cloth slightly rough under your fingertips. Across the clearing, night holds steady, patient, as though it could remain this way forever. A thin curl of smoke rises from the fire, moving in a slow spiral before drifting sideways into the trees. It weaves between the trunks, breaking apart and rejoining as it passes unseen currents in the air. You trace its path with your eyes until it dissolves completely into the darkness. Softly, chair feels steady beneath you, its frame warmed on the side facing the fire. You shift your feet slightly, the soles brushing over scattered bits of leaf and fine grains of soil. A faint shimmer of moisture clings to the ground, reflecting points of light like tiny fragments of stars. On a nearby log, a patch of moss glows faintly, touched by the fire's reflection. Its surface is soft and irregular, the green deepened by the shadows. Mist curls upward, air moves gently, carrying the delicate scent of night-blooming flowers from somewhere beyond the camp. It mingles with the richer tone of woodsmoke, creating a quiet, layered perfume. One of the larger branches in the fire splits, the sound low and almost muffled. A pocket of flame grows where it opened, sending out a soft, golden flare. Softly, tense fabric catches that light for a moment, a warm ripple across its surface. You notice a single palm frond above you, swaying just enough to let a thin blade of moonlight slip through. It falls on the arm of your chair, pale and steady. Under the night sky, forest floor beyond the glow is a patchwork of shadow, some dense and black, others thin enough to hint at shapes beneath. A vine hangs from one of the taller trees, its length disappearing into the canopy. It moves with the faintest rhythm, as if breathing with the night. You lift the cup from the stone beside you, feeling the last of the tea's warmth in the ceramic. Slowly, liquid is smooth and cool now, the flavor softer, more rounded. You take a sip, holding it in your mouth for a moment before swallowing. Calmly, sound of the forest is a low tapestry, small movements, quiet breaths of wind, the settling of leaves. It feels as though everything here is at rest, yet still quietly awake. Near the water, coals shift again, their glow deepening, sending a gentle pulse into the air between you and the fire. A light haze has settled lower to the ground, wrapping the roots and fallen branches in a thin veil. beyond the light, the shapes of the trees fade into soft silhouettes, their edges blurred. You let your gaze rest on them without trying to see further, allowing the darkness to hold its own quiet. Near the water, fire breathes gently, small flames rising and folding back in on themselves. Ash gathers at the base of the logs, pale against the darker soil. Every so often, a tiny ember breaks loose and rolls a short distance before fading. Tracing the shadows, air is thick with warmth close to the flames, then cools just enough as it meets your face. You draw the blanket higher, feeling its fibers catch the faint moisture in the air. Overhead, the canopy is a slow weave of leaves and branches, some bright with moonlight, others lost in shadow. A few gaps reveal narrow strips of sky, where stars shine in muted silver. One star brightens and dims as a thread of cloud moves across it. Your chair sits firm in the earth, its legs pressing slightly into the soft ground. You lean back and rest your head, letting the sounds of the camp settle around you. Feeling the warmth, faint ticking of cooling metal comes from the cup now resting on the stone. It is joined by the gentle shifting of leaves somewhere beyond the tent. At this moment, movement is slow and unhurried, like the turning of a page in a book. A moth drifts close to the firelight, its wings catching the gold before vanishing into shadow again. At this moment, scent of smoke deepens as another branch in the fire gives way, sending a fresh breath of warmth across your hands. You place them closer to the flames, feeling the slow spread of heat through your fingers. Everything feels balanced here. The light, the shadow, the warmth, and the air that moves softly between them. Nothing asks to change. It is simply here, and you are here with it. You reach for a small branch lying near your chair. Its surface is dry and light in your hand. You place it gently on the fire. A soft glow spreads through the new piece, deepening with each breath of heat. You lean back again, feeling the chair settle into the earth. Tracing the shadows, blanket folds over your arms, warm and still. Under the night sky, tea waits beside you, its steam now only a faint thread. You lift the cup. At this moment, ceramic is smooth, palm leaves sway, last sip is quiet on your tongue. You set it down again. Your fingers rest in your lap, watching the flames. Fire crackles in a single gentle note. Shadows shift across the ground. Leaves above sway unhurried. A small cluster of firelit fronds bends toward the warmth. Feeling the warmth, air moves slowly, touching your cheek. It smells of smoke and damp wood. A faint sweetness lingers in it. You breathe it in and let it go. Somewhere at the edge of the light, mist drifts between roots. It stays low, folding and unfolding. Beneath the trees, forest holds its shape, patient and still. Your eyes half close. Rain drips slowly, world narrows to the glow of the fire, and the slow rhythm of your breath. A thin branch shifts drifts in the fire. Its end glows brighter, sending a faint line of sparks into the air. They rise, turn slowly, and vanish into the dark. Under the night sky, coals pulse with a deep red light. You watch without thought. Calmly, blanket is soft at your neck. Your feet rest on warm ground, the heat seeping through the soles. A curl of smoke drifts past your shoulder. It carries the scent of resin and ash. At this moment, trees beyond remain quiet shapes. Their trunks catch the light in narrow bands. Between them, the darkness is gentle. Leaves shift above, letting a ribbon of moonlight fall across your lap. It rests there, pale and steady. You breathe in, feeling the air cool as it enters. You breathe out, watching the fire sway with the breeze. A page in the book moves slightly, not turned, just lifted by the faint wind. By the fire, paper settles again. Feeling the warmth, fire sighs. You stay very still. Only the warmth moves, from the flames to you. Your shoulders sink deeper into the chair. Each breath feels slower than the one before. Along the shore, warmth from the fire spreads through your hands, through your arms. Your neck softens, letting your head rest without effort. Rain drips slowly. Air moves gently over your face, cool and easy. It carries the faint scent of the forest floor, rich and damp. You feel it settle into you like a quiet presence. Your legs are still, heavy in a pleasant way. Breathing in the air, ground beneath your feet is warm and steady. Along the shore, fire's glow seems softer now, almost blending into the mist. You follow its light without needing to focus. It is enough just to be here, breathing slowly. Your hands rest in your lap, relaxed and open, feeling the warmth. Sound of the fire is even, a slow rhythm that matches your breath. Every muscle loosens a little more. By the fire, chair feels like part of the earth beneath you. You are warm, you are comfortable, you are here, and nothing needs to move. A thin trail of smoke drifts upward from the fire. It curls and unwinds in the warm air, disappearing into the canopy. Tracing the shadows, scent is gentle. Wood, resin, and a faint sweetness from leaves caught in the flames. It lingers for a moment before melting into the damp night air. Quietly, ground beneath your feet is warm in some places, cool in others where the earth holds moisture. You shift your toes slightly, feeling the texture of soil and scattered leaves. Each movement is slow, unhurried, almost part of the night's rhythm. Palm leaves sway, firelight moves across the trees, tracing their shapes in soft gold. Shadows stretch and fold, breathing with the sway of the leaves above. A low mist has gathered between the roots, catching light in a pale shimmer. It feels like the forest is wrapped in its own blanket, resting with you. Your shoulders drop a little more, and your hands rest without weight in your lap. It fills your lungs softly, and each breath seems to stay longer before leaving. Your eyes follow a single ember as it lifts into the dark. It drifts, glowing faintly, then fades into nothing. Somewhere near the edge of the camp, a small leaf detaches from a branch. It turns in the air, quiet and weightless, before settling on the ground. Your legs feel heavier now, comfortable, anchored by the earth. In the stillness, chair seems to mold to you, holding you as if you could stay here forever. A page in the book shifts with the breeze, making a faint, smooth rustle. You glance at it, then let your eyes drift back to the fire. Quietly, flames rise and bend, each movement slow enough to follow with ease. Warmth touches your knees, your hands, and the side of your face closest to the fire. Embers glow softly, warmth and the cool air blend, balancing perfectly, leaving your body at ease. Every sound, every flicker of light, every breath feels part of a single, steady flow. You let yourself rest inside it. Mist curls upward, coals glow deeper now, their color rich and steady. A thin crack in one log glows like a quiet line of sunrise. You watch it without thought, the way you might watch the tide moving in and out. At this moment, scent of the fire has softened. Less smoke now, more of the warm, sweet core of the wood. It drifts into the cool edges of the night, mixing with the damp green smell of the rainforest. Somewhere in the mist, a drop of water falls from a leaf. It lands on another leaf below with a sound like a soft note. Your eyes catch the shimmer of moisture along the nearest fronds. They shine when they sway into the firelight, then turn dark again as they move away. Mist curls upward, blanket's edge brushes your wrist, warm against the cooler air outside it. Your fingers sink into the fabric, finding the weave slow and even. Your breathing is steady, matching the gentle rise and fall of the flames. Beneath the trees, night air feels heavier now, wrapping itself around the camp. Your chair presses into the earth a little deeper, as if settling with you. You shift your feet slightly, the ground yielding under them with a soft give. Across the clearing, book rests closed on your lap, its weight familiar, its presence calm. Your eyelids feel heavier, as though they share the same rhythm as the coals. Every sound seems softer, the faint rustle of leaves, the quiet settling of the fire, the muted sigh of the wind. You lean back a little more, the blanket holding the warmth close. Each change is gentle, each moment unbroken. Along the shore, world around you breathes, and you breathe with it. A single flame bends low, tracing the curve of the log before lifting again. It moves as if it knows there is no need to hurry. Beneath the trees, glow spreads along the wood, revealing new lines, in its surface deep and smooth from the heat. A thread of smoke rises, pale against the darker air, and drifts toward the trees. Feeling the warmth, scent is softer now, warm, sweet, and faintly earthy. It settles in your senses like a quiet memory. In the stillness, mist has thickened around the roots, curling into the hollows and folds of the ground. It glows faintly where the firelight touches it. In the stillness, mist has thickened around the roots, curling into the hollows and folds of the ground. It glows faintly where the firelight touches it, fading to silver in the shadows. A palm frond sways above, letting a drop of water fall through the air. It lands on the ground near your foot with the gentlest sound, almost a whisper. Your toes shift slightly, pressing into the warmest patch of earth. Calmly, heat spreads slowly upward, loosening every muscle in your legs. When the fire breathes, blanket rests against your arms, its edges holding the last of the fire's warmth. Your breathing moves without effort, in and out, slow enough that the night seems to move with you. You notice the faint gleam of moonlight on a vine nearby, its surface smooth and silver where it catches the light. It hangs still, untouched by the breeze. Beneath the trees, pages of your book reflect a hint of gold from the fire, though you haven't opened it again. Its presence is enough, a quiet companion resting in your lap. Beneath the trees, fire shifts, sending a small spark into the air. It climbs, slows, and disappears into the canopy. Near the water, forest seems to lean closer, not in movement, but in presence, a soft awareness all around you. Each sound blends into the next, each shadow melts into the light. Everything is slow here, everything is resting, and you are part of it. A faint breeze moves through the clearing, gentle enough to stir only the smallest leaves. It carries a coolness that brushes your cheek before fading back into stillness. Calmly, fire responds with a slight lean, the flames stretching in the breeze, then settling again. A cluster of embers glows at the base, their color shifting from deep orange to soft gold with every breath of air. You watch their quiet rhythm, feeling your own breath follow the same pace. Calmly, ground beneath your feet feels steady, almost anchoring, holding you in place without weight. A layer of fine ash rests on the edge of the fire pit, its surface smooth until a spark disturbs it. It drifts upward, light as air, disappearing into the dark above. Calmly, scent of night flowers reaches you again, sweet but not sharp, wrapped in the dampness of the forest. It blends with the lingering warmth of the fire, creating a calm, layered air. Your hands rest open on the blanket, palms down, fingers loose. Each part of you feels supported, as if the chair, the ground, and the night are all holding you together. Softly, the light, a patch of moss on a nearby stone glistens faintly with moisture. It seems still, but as your eyes stay on it, you notice tiny shifts in the way the firelight plays across its surface. Watching the flames, trees beyond are tall outlines, some with vines curling around their trunks, some standing bare and straight. Above them, the canopy is a deep weave of leaves and open spaces where pieces of the sky are visible. A slow-moving cloud drifts across one of those gaps, softening the silver of the moonlight. Your eyelids grow heavier again, blinking less often now. When the fire breathes, fire crackles in a low, steady voice, each sound melting into the one before it. Every breath feels longer, every moment feels round and unbroken. You are warm, you are still, and the night holds you as if you have always been here. Gently, coals have settled into a deep, steady glow. They shine like quiet embers beneath the darker wood, breathing heat into the air around you. A faint shimmer rises from them, bending the light just above the fire. You follow its soft movement until it blends into the mist. It wraps the base of the trees in a pale veil, blurring the line between ground and trunk. Mist curls upward, scent of damp bark drifts toward you, cool and grounding. It mixes with the faint sweetness of flowers hidden somewhere in the undergrowth. Your shoulders feel loose, your arms heavy in a way that is pleasant and complete. Under the night sky, blanket rests against your chest, holding the fire's warmth close. Slowly, night air brushes your face with the lightest touch. Your feet remain still, toes pressed into the warm earth, the heat steady and calm. Near the water, fire shifts gently, revealing new lines in the grain of the wood as the light moves. Shadows ripple over the ground and across the folds of the blanket. A single palm frond sways above, its shadow stretching and shortening with each breath of the air. You breathe in, feeling the cool dampness of the rainforest fill your chest. You breathe out, letting it leave slowly, as though the air itself is reluctant to go. Somewhere close by, a drop of water slides from a leaf to the ground with the faintest sound. Watching the flames, sound joins the quiet rhythm of the fire, part of the same slow song. Your eyelids are almost closed now, the space between blinks longer and softer. Every muscle is resting, every thought has slowed to the pace of the night. You sit in the glow, surrounded by stillness, and let yourself drift deeper into it. Feeling the warmth, fire's light has softened, wrapping the clearing in a golden haze. It flickers gently over the folds of your blanket, catching threads in brief glints before fading again. Calmly, the warmth stays with you, wrapping around your body and holding you in place. Each breath carries you further into stillness. You breathe in slowly and steadily, feeling the air settle deep inside you. You breathe out even slower, softer and quieter, letting the tension fade away. Your body feels pleasantly heavy, melting into the chair with ease. The blanket rests over you like a gentle weight, keeping you here and keeping you safe. The air moves smoothly across your skin and then disappears into the night. You hear nothing that calls for your attention and nothing you need to answer. The forest is resting, the fire is resting, and you are resting. Light beneath the trees grows softer now, fading in the coals and fading in your mind. Your thoughts dissolve like smoke rising into the night sky. Every muscle loosens and becomes warm and quiet. You are here, you are safe, and you are drifting into rest. The night carries you deeper and deeper towards sleep. The feeling stays with you as your eyes grow heavier. Your breath moves gently without needing your attention. Each inhale is soft and deep, and each exhale is slower and calmer still. The warmth around you is constant, unchanging, and safe. The chair holds your weight completely and without effort. The blanket settles over you like the night settling over the forest. Every sound becomes distant, fading and dissolving into silence. When the fire breathes, the shapes around you blur, soften, and disappear. Your body knows how to rest, how to let go, and how to sink into comfort. Each breath is slower than the one before. In this moment, the forest, the fire, and the earth are breathing with you. Everything is still, everything is calm, and everything is ready for sleep. You drift further and deeper, feeling lighter and warmer with every breath. The night holds you and will keep holding you until morning arrives quietly. Your breath follows the same steady rhythm, in and out, slowly and gently. The warmth spreads across your hands, your chest, and your whole body. The air is soft, wrapping around you and holding you in place. The blanket has become part of you now, its weight familiar and its touch soothing. Every sound is far away, almost gone. Only the quiet remains, and it is enough. Your eyelids stay closed longer and longer until they simply remain closed. Each breath takes you deeper into calm. Your thoughts dissolve completely, leaving only stillness. You are safe, you are warm, and you are already asleep. The glow is low now, soft and steady, fading gently into darkness. The warmth lingers, holding you and keeping you still. Your breath is slow, deep, and effortless. Your body is perfectly heavy, resting in complete ease. There are no edges and no sharpness, only softness all around you. The ground and the air carry you together, keeping you secure. Your mind is empty, and your thoughts have dissolved into the dark. Your muscles are loose, free, and at peace. You are here, and you are gone, floating in rest and wrapped in warmth. The night holds you and sleep takes you fully, peacefully, and completely. The warmth stays close, steady and unmoving. Each breath carries you further into rest. Every muscle loosens and melts into stillness. The blanket feels like the forest's own arms, holding you in perfect calm. The air is warm where it touches and cooler where it drifts, balanced and easy. Your eyelids are closed, your thoughts are quiet, and your body is floating. Each breath takes you deeper until there is nothing but calm. You are safe, you are warm, and you are already dreaming. The glow of the fire has faded to the softest ember. Its warmth is gentle now, just enough to stay with you. The forest is completely still, every leaf and every branch resting. Your breath is the only movement, slow and quiet. Rain drips slowly while the blanket holds you steady and warm. Your body is sinking and dissolving into the chair, into the bed. No sounds remain, only silence and peace. Your breath is slower and slower until even time seems to rest. The night surrounds you, endless, calm, and protective. You have drifted into deep, warm, unbroken sleep.